Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Capes Lunatics. It's me, Phil, and, well, right now, Lilith is here.
Hello.
And Kristen should be along shortly. Justin cannot join us tonight, so.
Damn wet and wild Wednesday parties.
Oh, my. All right. But yeah, we are going to talk some classic comics from the month and year of our births, so. We will get to that, but we are also talking about, talk some current things like the internet seemed to be taken by storm lately. I guess every superhero movie now you have to have like a popcorn bucket.
Who can even afford that elitist elitist? That's gonna be $80.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say some of them I've seen for some, yeah, it's gonna be probably being at least in the $40 to $50 range, and especially
I'd
some of
rather
them.
have a cup.
They are, I know, for like Fantastic Four, and I'm sure Superman's doing it. I'm sure they do have cups, yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't even like popcorn. Popcorn's not even great for you. Especially not
Although
movie popcorn.
that's when I was like, I don't know if Marvel has when we went to see Thunderbolts, if Marvel has confidence in Thunderbolts, because they had like a few cups and stuff,
It was like a little tiny wimpy.
with yeah, like a little one of the characters on
From
top.
everything that I hear, they really shouldn't have that much help for Fantastic Four.
Really?
We'll see. I hope I'm wrong,
Oh,
but
I hope you're wrong. But yeah, because when we were in the lobby, like a lot of the merchandise was like, Captain Sam Wilson Captain America merch.
well, yeah, they kind of overshot on that one too. So
True. Or just generic, oh, hey, it looks like the Shield, so,
stuff you can recycle.
Mm. But yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know, man. Movies, I don't like. I don't want to say. I know I don't want millennials to be blamed for putting another, industry out of business. But I could do
yeah.
without the movies at this point.
Hello, Kristen.
Hello.
We were we were just starting with talking about some of these popcorn buckets that are coming out for these superhero movies like Superman and Fantastic Four.
Oh, they are really,
Yeah.
and they're all really expensive though.
Well,
Yeah, we were
yeah.
just talking about that.
They're like $40 or something.
Oh, that's yeah. And some of the ones I saw today, I wouldn't be surprised they're more than that. I mean,
We got a land shark.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing, isn't it? Because
it seems like at least I remember at least since Deadpool and Wolverine, they've been doing stuff like that, and maybe been doing, but yeah,
They were
before
doing
that,
it before, but not as frequent. I think.
yeah, because
I mean, they had like two or three different popcorn buckets come out for the Minecraft movie, and I think they had some for Snow White. Like everybody, if they can make
they're eating it now on that one, aren't they?
I mean, I
Yeah.
know Optimus Prime. I forget which Transformers movie it was. I mean, like the big ass long trailer is like you opens up the top and you just fill it with popcorn, and then you can drink the drinks out of the
Was it Beast
cab.
Wars? Or was it the one before that?
I can't remember. It
Because
wasn't.
Beast Wars is the most recent one, right?
Maybe it was Beast Wars. I can't remember. So yeah, it's been a while. It's probably been at least a year or two.
Is that for real?
Yeah, Superman.
Is that for real?
You can eat out of Superman's trunks. Yeah.
No way.
Kristen, now we need a Nightwing movie. We need
Talk about junk food.
Oh, nice.
I can't believe that's real. That is hilarious and also ridiculous.
Now we need a Nightwing movie, Kristen, so we can eat popcorn out of Nightwing's ass.
They could sculpt his butt. Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Imagine the jokes. Ugh.
I won't lie, I'd probably have to buy one of those.
You know you would. But yeah, but then they put out today that's at least two big Fantastic Four popcorn buckets. First, I was all like, I must get the Galactus head.
What?
So is that just the
is that the bad guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the bad guy.
Like
another purple bad guy. I know.
Giant who eats planets. Yes. So is that just fancy photography?
Should have been big gas. Should have been a big gas cloud instead.
Shut up. No, we had that. So is that just fancy photography, or do the eyes actually light up?
Whoa, that would be pretty intense.
That's got to be more than $40.
Yeah. Looks like the eyes are lighting up though, but it might be like when you like, I don't know, like how you look at it on an angle or whatever.
Yeah, like certain light, when it just looks like it when
Do
certain.
you get the emails from them? Because I get emails from our movie theater chain, and so sometimes they'll have a link in the emails to.
I do get some emails from movie chains, but those Fantastic Four ones were popping up all over social media. Every time I put social media today, I was like, hey, look at this Galactus
Oh, okay.
picture. But yeah, I was like, I must get the Galactus head. But then I saw this one.
Yes.
Herbie the robot holds your large popcorn, large drink, and candy. It comes with all that,
That's the
and
one.
it holds it.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of useful actually.
I know, but it's probably like $100 or something. You know, that's got to be.
But that'd be worth it. Now that's worth it. Look, and it includes large. Yeah, it's about 150 because it's a large popcorn, large drinking kit. Yeah, that's about 150.
Yeah, that's 150 even before you get the robot.
Exactly.
Dang, bird.
I know, but I'm like, that is
I understand that's how they make their money, but like, oh, just like these days in this economy, why do Superman and Fantastic Four have to come out this summer? Like, oh,
summer, the same month.
yeah.
Like Fantastic Four comes out 2 weeks after Superman. Why did they have to split July?
Hello.
Jeez. But I mean, so how do you think? Look, on the popcorn bucket thing, do the theaters and like Marvel or DC split the profits on that?
I think they pay it for in bulk, probably like at wholesale, and then they mark up their price however they need to, and that's their profit.
Because I'm like, I know, Marvel and or Disney and Warner's aren't doing this out of the goodness of their heart.
No, I definitely think it's probably like just
A bulk thing, yeah.
distribution scam.
But yeah, those are
But
nuts.
yeah, I kind of want this one now.
Oh yeah, the Herbie one, yeah.
You probably get it on eBay for about cool.
Herbie
$200.
concession vessel. All right, let me see.
Large popcorn, large drink, and candy. So yeah, it's got to be expensive. It comes with all three of those. Because usually the popcorn buckets just include the popcorn. Or if you buy like a cup, it just comes with the drink to fill it in. Well, no, when I got the Thunderbolts cup, they just handed me the cup and then they gave me like a separate cup. So, if you didn't want to fill your collector's cup with drink, you didn't have to.
They're like, here you go, nerd. They saw you coming a mile away.
Holy crap, in this article it says that Galactus head is 17 inches tall and 20 inches wide.
Hey-o!
Damn! Careful, kids. Careful.
Remember what they were doing with the
Wolverine?
Wolverine?
That is too much plastic.
Remember what they were doing with the Wolverine heads, love.
Shh. My children watch this, Philip.
They were trying to wear them as masks, Lilith. Your children.
I'm kidding. I would never let them watch this.
They probably know more than you.
I don't know. I don't see any price reveals.
That's the other thing, and it's not.
Yeah, they're gonna let you get the sticker shot. I mean, you're gonna want it.
That's the thing. Anytime I see anything online and I can't find a price, I'm like, oh crap.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, if they don't advertise the price, yeah,
it's not gonna be good.
No. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So should we dive into these comics again? Justin can't make it, but he did give me his picks. So.
All right, sounds
let's
good.
see what this weirdo came up with.
Yeah, because we'll go in chronological order. So yeah, we'll start with the old man, the old Al, Justin.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
Justin are older than you?
Yeah. Well, Ray.
We're about to find out. When was his month and year of birth?
He was November 1977. And then Ray is February 1978, and I'm April of 1978. So
okay, not by much. Okay.
Yeah.
You're holding on to dear life for that.
No, honestly, I gave Justin the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, are you November the same year as me? He's like, no, it was the year before. I was like, oh, okay. I thought Ray was older than him, but
I'm gonna try to challenge you for the title of Podfather since he's.
That's right.
Since he's older.
Ray was almost there, but until he got lost in his deck. But All right. Yeah. So yeah, we'll start with Justin. He was November of 1977. So, Lilith. Two of these are DCs.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, yeah. One of his picks, I was like, oh man, that's not a Lilith. That's probably not a Lilith Hellfire pick, and I'd
I
be
hope
surprised.
not. I hope not.
No.
Is it?
Well, it
What?
should it be? It's not the year you're born.
Exactly.
All right. Probably all right. And no. Okay, here's the one that I was like this. If she would have been born this year, this might have been a Lilith pick. All right. So, mm, his first pick was well, no particular order. Wonder Woman 237,
Mm.
which I was trying to read all of these. So again, this was 77. So this is when the TV show was on, Lilith, as you know. So
Okay, right.
these were like World War II tales of Wonder Woman of Earth too. So, and I didn't know. So there was a Diana Prince and Wonder Woman, and she took her identity at some point.
Yeah, it's a whole mess.
I know. I read it. And then so she explains to Diana Prince what happened, and then took her memory of it again. I was like, what in the brand new day?
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, but again, it wasn't bad for 77. But I was like, wait a minute, why are we back in World War II? And I was like, oh yeah, it's 1977. The Wonder Woman TV show's out.
Wait, so because the TV show was on, the comics were doing something different?
Well,
The comics was trying to imitate the TV show.
well, they were doing like flashbacks to World War II, and then of course that's like Earth 2 Wonder Woman. So yeah, it's basically Wonder Woman still, but it's just it was set back in the 40s. All right. Yeah, some of these covers, he was just. I don't know if Justin even read them. I know the one Marvel he picked, he probably read, but no, he was just tickled by some of these covers. All right. And his other DC pick was Action Comics 477.
Oh wow.
What is happening to Superman right there?
Well, I read it. These aliens who basically say they had the Earth before humans and everything have come back to take it back, and I don't know if they're gonna like destroy it to use for resources or something. But yes, they actually their leader actually does use the line in the issue that they are the landlords of Earth. So yes, the landlords of Earth are blasting Superman with like a ray that makes him expand and contract until he like passed out.
That is pretty rude.
Oh. Pre-crisis, eh, Lilith?
Basically. That sums it up.
I mean, November 77, that's before the movie. Before Christopher Reeve.
I can't believe they didn't incorporate that.
I know, with their saran wrap S's and rebuilding the Great Wall of China just by looking at it hard enough. I know.
Manifesting. Hello.
All right, and so there's one timely, yes, a Superman issue, and then his last pick was a Marvel pick, also timely. Fantastic Four 188.
Go.
So yes, the Molecule Man, who I'm assuming his body was destroyed at some point, is. Remember when he had to use a wand, Lilith, to use his powers instead of just being able to rearrange matter at will?
Sometimes you need a wand to direct the flow,
Hey,
harness all that energy and direct it outwards. You should know all about that.
Oh my. But yes, Molecule Man's mind was stuck in his wand, and he possesses Reed Richards' body and attacks New York City and the team. As you can see, he animates buildings to attack him and all kinds of fun stuff. Even in case, even encased the other three in a solid block of adamantium until the Human Torch superheated it enough for it to explode. Because that was, even though Invisible Woman put up her force fields, shouldn't that have killed them?
Don't think about it too hard.
I know. And then at the end, Reed Richards quits the Fantastic Four because he's lost his stretching abilities.
Well, the world's not missing much.
That's because that was such a powerful power. All right.
The first family of Marvel, but man, it's like some stories are really, really great, but some of the wackiness of those stories just kind of sometimes I rage quit reading Fantastic Four every now and then.
Yeah, well, there's one. God, is it like 202 or 203? That's like they get attacked by evil versions of themselves created by this like mutant child, who's basically like in a feverish delirium, basically just creates this evil version of the Fantastic Four, which attacks them.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Sounds like comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quintessential comics, honestly.
Exactly. All right, now I guess we'll get to my picks from April 1978. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I had forgotten a classic issue actually came out, cover dated April 1978. Lilith might know this, but does anyone know what all new collector's edition number 56 was?
Doesn't ring a bell until I see the cover, probably.
Oh, you'll know it when you see the cover, Lilith. It is Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Oh, dang, that's pretty good. Jealous that was your month.
Yeah.
That is such an interesting story how that came together, that book came together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the story itself, but yeah, I'm sure the pattern. So basically, to save the Earth from an aliens, they want to battle with Earth's strongest warriors, but Muhammad Ali trains Superman, but Superman gets taken out because he has to fight without his powers, and then Muhammad Ali, almost getting killed, beats the alien while Superman gets his powers back and stops the alien.
It's giving Space
fleet.
Jam, but boxing.
Yeah.
Yes. Although, I mean, it has some good Neil Adams art. But yeah, it's just weird. And again, like, there's so many like famous people, like a lot of the DC offices are in the crowd there. Jimmy Carter and his wife are in there.
Wait, where?
Is that them at the bottom right corner?
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at Jimmy Carter's like smiling at Batman creepily. Almost looks as happy as Ray to see Batman.
Batman, my favorite character.
Chances never zero, my friend.
Oh, and did I tell everyone? Yes, Ray picked a topic for when he comes back. He wants to cover controversial comic book stories.
Well, we got plenty of them to go around, so.
Because he was like, like Brand New Day, and he was named some other ones. I said, what? I said, what, Ray? Bendis Moon Knight? He's like, yeah. And I said, any Batman story to you? And he's like, yeah.
We can't talk about that yet. We're not there yet.
I know, but I don't know what anyone's picks are, but I'm just saying that's what we were just throwing out in the first few minutes. All right, so yes, nothing will top that on my end, but
that is certainly true.
There are some. I know I'll probably get at least one approved. Oh, I'll save the one Lilith I'm sure will approve of for my last one, but next one. This is a weird one. Incredible Hulk 222. So it starts out as no Hulk story's ever done. Hulk is battling the military. And he tries.
Good for him.
As he's leaping away, he gets gassed. So when he hits the ground, he passes out, where he's found by these two children you see on the cover, brother and sister, again, 1978, Donnie and Marie.
She's a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll.
And they're basically and after the again the Hulk passes out, so he wakes up as Bruce Banner. He wakes up in this cavern, and these kids are telling him about they live there with their baby brother Billy, and about
Say that 3 times fast.
exactly. And they say that they've been living here because they used to live with their parents on a farm. Everything was perfect until the one day they went on a picnic, and Billy drank some strange thing out of like a leaking container. So yes,
Billy,
pretty much toxic
that was
waste.
not a good plan.
So
this might be a good book for Memphis, Tennessee to read. If you know, you know.
So yes, the government takes Billy to a hospital, and then after a while, after the family hasn't seen him for a while, they tell the parents, "Oh yeah, he's been changed by whatever," but then for some reason, just let him go home because mentally, physically, he's been altered because these kids are just like, yeah, he came home, and then all of a sudden, livestock started disappearing. Half of our dog disappeared.
Oh,
What?
And there's a drifter disappeared, and then yes, for those of you who don't know, yes, Billy was turned into a cannibalistic monster. I love the kids. I love the kids. They're like, yeah, the one night we heard a bunch of screaming, but it didn't last long, so we just went back to sleep.
What?
I know. And then the next morning, yeah, Billy tells them, "Oh, I'm going to take care of you guys now. Mom and Dad are gone." So they move to this cave where Billy, I guess, take care of them, finds them food during the day, and then when Donnie and Marie go out and find him people to play with when they're sleeping at night. So as Bruce sees that cauldron sitting there filled with bones. And I thought Lilith would get a kick out of that cover, The Cavern of Bones. Is it on your hard drive?
It's on my desktop proper. Don't worry about it.
Yes. So then, yes. So again, Billy comes. He's about to eat Bruce Banner. So of course he gets freaked out and turns into the Hulk. The Hulk battles Billy until the whole cavern starts falling down. He gets the kids out, but Billy's been buried in there, and the kids are like, "Is it Billy? Gotta get Billy!" And of course, it's dumb Hulk. So he's like, no, Billy, only monster in there. He's like, but he's gone now, and the Hulk just like leaves Donnie and Marie standing there at this cave.
Classic.
Yes. I saw that cover, Lilith. I was like, all right, I have to see what this is about. Then I read it, and I'm like, okay, this is effed up. I have to put this on the list.
Who wrote that?
I know. Was it? I'm trying to remember if it was a collaboration, but I know Jim Starlin was on there somewhere.
That'll do it.
I know. Yeah, I think it was a fill-in. So they go nuts on.
Oh yeah, the editor was on vacation. They came back. You made an issue about a cannibalistic child.
You got turned into a monster, and then the Hulk just like drops a cave on him. Writers Jim Starlin and Len Wein.
Yeah, that'll do it.
With pencils by Jim Starlin. Oh, Lilith. Okay. Writers Jim Starlin and Len Wein. Guess who the editor was?
Who?
Len Wein.
Nah, that'll do it.
So one of the writers was editing himself. So that's how you get that kind of story.
Gotta make that money. As we know, comics should do it for the love of it, not for the purchase.
Oh, yeah. All right. And my last pick, I'm sure Lilith will give me the big thumbs up on this. Showcase number 99.
Yeah.
Featuring Power Girl and saving Alan Scott and Jake Garrett.
Bring back Showcase, DC. Bring it back.
Yes. And it may surprise you, but yes, Brainwave, well, pretty formidable. One of Power Girl's big problems in this issue was trying to see over her own chest.
Talk about stuffing it.
And Lilith, I mean, I guess I'm used to like post-crisis Power Girl because I'm always like, oh, I guess, I don't know, she went to school, or because she came from like Earth 2 Krypton, she knew, Earth computers were and programming were like nothing to her. But in this issue, did she say something like Wonder Woman put her in a device that like just like down like the Matrix just like downloaded like all this, because she's like, I didn't know what software was 3 days ago, but Wonder Woman put me in this machine and just like put all this knowledge in my head.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I'm like, I was waiting for her to.
She's blonde, so
She
you
went to
know.
college. Oh,
It's a trope. It's
racist.
a terrible trope, but it's a trope.
I know. Well, I thought she had like went to
Sorry,
college.
Kristen.
I just thought she went to college, or because she came from Krypton. Earth software and computers were like child's toys to her or something. I don't know.
She's too busy making out with her horse. Don't worry about it.
Whoa! Wait,
If you know,
isn't that Supergirl, not Power Girl?
same difference. Same difference.
As Brainwave put Keystone City in another dimension.
Oh, that's their go-to in the super fam.
Mm-hmm. All right. I've hogged this enough. Kristen, who didn't want to read anything but Titans and Batman stuff.
I mean,
so
I see no reason to go outside my comfort zone.
All right, which one you want to? Well, I know which one you probably want to tackle first. Titans, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So yes.
On it.
All right, kids. 1985's. Yeah. Oh, the new Teen Titans #6.
Now that's
Right.
a cover.
But that's the second go around of New Teen Titans.
Yes.
Because Jake is Nightwing.
It still confuses this crap out of me.
Yeah, it is weird, but
it's like the new Teen Titans book. No, the other new Teen Titans book.
The new Teen Titans.
So yeah, it's a lot of aftermath stuff, right? I mean, it's just like, well, again,
yeah. So it's right after. So the second round of New Teen Titans starts with the return of Trigon. So they've just saved the world from Trigon, and for whatever reason, New York throws them a party. They throw them a parade to say thank you.
And that's the last time they were ever thanked.
yeah, probably. So I mean, it's kind of a cool cover. Like, we love the Titans, and has all of their.
I want that button, actually.
Right? Yeah, like the button is pretty cool.
I love that. Was it the first page? I think they were just like, oh yeah, Kid Flash and Robin left the team. Now they have a new leader, Nightwing.
Right? Yeah, since they don't know.
They don't know dick.
It's true. But yeah, it's also a kind of issue that they did really well in New Teen Titans, where after the parade, Titans Tower is destroyed, and they're all feeling kind of, I don't know. So they go back camping again at the Grand Canyon, like they did earlier in the establishment of the New Teen Titans. So,
and like talking to each other about all the horrible crap Trigon made them see. Like Donna saw images of herself killing her husband and stuff, and
yeah.
Oh, they don't know where Raven's at. They think Raven might be dead.
She'll be back. So yeah, it's good that, I mean, New Teen Titans did well these kind of emotional issues where it was, like revealing how they had emotions and weren't just superheroes. I think that's something that New Teen Titans did well. And also, amazingly, this is a one shot. This is we're starting to get longer stories in the 80s, and this one was kind of like in between.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Also, it features quality, hilarious 80s outfits. For instance, when they are camping, Corey and Gar are both wearing these t-shirts that say, "We love Gar." and have a picture of Beast Boy's face on it. So like, there's Corey wearing that shirt. Also, what is up with her shorts? Why do her shorts have an arrow pointing down? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's I
they do.
questioned that too. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck?
But there it is. And also, you have Dick in this amazing 80s outfit.
Tank top.
Yes, with the jeans slash track pants. Sometimes they look like jeans, but then when you see the line, they're like track pants.
And it's probably still pretty tame for 1985.
Also, this is one of the things where Dick reveals that he doesn't have a job because they're too busy superheroing. And that Batman told him not to trust other people and be intensely private, but he can't be like that.
Some things never changed.
Right. He wants to keep growing and becoming a better person, and he feels better with the Titans than with anyone else. And then they all share a Coke at the end.
Oh my.
So there you have it. We love the Titans. Which we do. So it was convenient.
I mean, shouldn't it have been Pepsi though? You know, the choice of a new generation.
I don't know. I mean, maybe DC had an agreement with Coke, or maybe it says no. It does actually say Coke. So.
Uh-huh.
Although I was cracking up because in this issue, Terry's like, I'm a history and psychology professor, or like sociology or something. And I was like, bro, get out of here. That's
Were they just trying to show he's really smart, or
like
I need money?
whatever. Terry. Terry Long. So yeah,
right.
that's a good one. A classic.
All right, now which one you want to go to next, Batman or Detective?
I don't think it matters.
Well, dealer's choice. Which they came out the same month. I'm just trying to figure out which one.
No, I'm not sure which one you're supposed to read first.
Maybe
I read Batman first and then Detective.
yeah,
but...
kind of what I did. So I mean, we could do that. Just Batman 381.
That's right. So this is, I mean, I knew that it would be Jason as Robin because I know how time works. But this is when we're still in the Jason 1.0 version, because in both of these, actually, he mentions the circus.
Oh yeah, this is pre-crisis still. Yeah.
Yeah. But also this was actually the first time I'd read some of this Natalia Knight stuff, and that was super weird. That was an odd
Yeah, she kind of adopted Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, but like really, I think because she was trying to get Bruce's money.
I've read some of that stuff. I mean, I don't know. She might have been after his money. Did she fall in love with him too?
So in one of the ones I read, she needs money, and so she's kind of like, oh. So maybe that's not the first thing, but she's like, Bruce, I saw you said that you would use all of your resources to get Jason back. She's like, but you know what? I also need resources. So you know what would be good? Why don't we just get married and then we can share Jason?
We need the money, gimme.
Yeah.
The only time somebody was fighting over poor Jason.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, the whole Nocturna thing. I mean, is she a vampire? And then this whole thing is weird because it's like, you know, the other Batman on the cover is, what is that, the Night Stalker? But
yes, that Anton guy.
Yeah, but somehow Bruce got amnesia, so they like kind of switched suits and stuff. And then when Bruce was injured, that blind woman took him in. And then at the end of this issue, he kind of goes back to her as Batman. He's like, "Oh, hey girl."
Yeah. Well, and Jason also discovers that Natalia has stolen
Yes, yeah. He's like, you are a thief. I'm going to call the cops on you.
goods.
Yeah, he's a little narc back then.
Yeah, but he doesn't call the cops on her.
I know. He was about to, though. Again, post-crisis, Jason would have been like, yeah, what else can we steal?
Sticky fingers.
Smoking his cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because in that one, she's like, "Why would a kid from the circus even care?" When she's like, "Jason, I stole this stuff for you. I stole this stuff for you." So it's kind of funny.
I did it for you. Again, she knows Bruce is Batman. Why doesn't she just blackmail him?
Cause she'll get crushed in a recycler, silly.
Oh, yeah, you know how many people accidentally fallen down a crevice in the Batcave? Yeah.
I think she wants to be. So yeah, Jason's going out with Nocturna.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's just funny. It's like any female that encounters Batman in this era, I swear, just like automatically falls in love with him.
They can smell the money.
And again, he's not full, dark brooding not fully dark brooding Batman yet. It is still in 1985.
No, I mean I think it's in. Is it this one? No, maybe it was a different. I think I read a couple other ones about this because I was like, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, he's a little broody, but he's not full Frank Miller
one
Batman.
of them, like, he doesn't go out right away, even though the bat signal's out, because he's like, "No, I have to meet the lawyers. Like, getting Jason's custody back is more important."
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoa, amazing.
I know. But yeah, that is like a fun little time capsule of Batman of that era.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it's not bad. It just feels like them adding the stuff with Natalia trying to take Jason away and stuff. That just feels like a weird choice. Like,
yeah,
unnecessary angst. But since when has the Batman ever shied away from unnecessary angst, right? That's like their jam.
That's like, besides his cape, that's what he cloaks himself in.
Yeah.
It just hit me when you said the Batman. I saw Robert Pattinson must have made some kind of statement. He's like, man, if they push the Batman 2 back any far, I'll have played young Batman and old Batman. Although I think did I see, I don't know if it's going to be a show like The Penguin, but supposedly they're working on a Catwoman spinoff, I guess.
I doubt it.
100 years later.
Yeah.
Unless they recast or something, because she might be,
Yeah.
like on the other things. All right. And all right, let's change this up. All right. So.
And in the same vein,
Batman and Detective.
Yep.
Same cow, different cape.
Detective 548.
I will say I liked, of these two, I liked the art better in Batman than in Detective. Detective is like, I don't know, a lot more liney or whatever.
I mean, I like the art in both, but yeah, Detective's Pat Broderick, and then hold on, let me see forget who is the 3D one. I remember I was pleasantly surprised. Rick Hoberg. But yeah, the Batman art reminded me of someone else. I can't quite put my finger on it, but
okay, but this is hilarious. In the second page, which is why after I read it, I was like, I have to keep this one. So, okay, now Jason's back with Bruce, and Bruce walks away, and Jason's talking to Alfred, and Jason is wearing the like Dick Grayson from Batman 66 outfit. It's like the red sweater. And Jason says, Alfred, why is it that Bruce always falls for the dark and dangerous dames? And Alfred says, I'm quite sure I don't know, Master Jason, particularly with two fine women like Vicky Vale and my daughter Julia eager to jump his bones, as it were.
Butler party.
Oh my god, Alfred like ready to marry off his daughter.
Yeah, and then Jason walks past Alfred and says, "Way to go, Alfie! You'll break out of your stuffy crust yet." And then I'm pretty sure Jason like smacks Alfred in the butt.
How do you
Fair,
like it?
fair game. Fair game.
How do you like it?
Alfred says, "My word," and drops the plate he was carrying.
Catwoman
Say,
wanted me.
that's what that feels like.
Catwoman wanted me to ask you, how do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was supposed to be like a bro smack, but you know.
Good game. The Jackal's funny. It's like, yeah, the Jackal. Meanwhile, all he's wearing is a Jackal mask. The rest of it just like army fatigues.
Oh yeah, and
There was
right
a
again.
reference to the book/movie Day of the Jackal, because he's like an ex-military guy.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know. You know, it is Minch. He loves his homages.
Mm-hmm.
I those are rabbit ears, air quotes, for those that can't hear the dripping sarcasm.
But yeah, then also again, Jason says later on, because I need to go after Catwoman. Coming from the circus myself, I can honestly say some of my best friends are big cats. It's just funny because, like, Dick is the one that's so famous now from being from the circus, but like, I mean, back in the day, they like took Dick out of the circus, and then it was like la la la. You know, they barely. Sometimes they have a circus story, and Batman's like, "Oh yeah, that's circus language." You're like, shouldn't Robin be telling you that? But in this one, it's like I read two random same month, and they're like, Jason's all like, "Yeah, I'm from the circus."
Well, I mean, as much as like people didn't like post-crisis Jason, at least they tried to make him different than Dick. Here, he's just a Dick Grayson clone pre-crisis.
Let me dye my hair red so I can get adopted, boys.
Right? Yeah. Right. I mean, it's funny because it's like the last time you had a kid from the circus, you didn't have him mentioning the circus all the time, and now they're like, "Hey, circus, circus."
I mean, he was pretty much a clone again, because wasn't it the Flying Todd? So I'm just like,
yeah,
really?
Yes, it was.
So bad.
But then at the end, oh no, not at the end. Robin's asking Batman, "Do you still love Catwoman?" And Batman says, "I don't think so." And then Robin says, "But I bet if she returned to the dangerous nightlife of a cat burglar, there'd be no doubt." And then Batman is like, "Humor like that is out of place, Robin." Like, dang, okay.
He's like, don't be calling me out on my stuff, bro.
All right, that was feels like a bit of an overreaction there, Bruce.
The lady doth protest too much.
I know, but then I guess you can tell it's Jason 1.0 because he's like, "Yeah, that was a bad joke, Batman. I'm sorry."
I mean, is Jason a hypocrite? Because what is that? That Superman annual for the man who has too much, or what is it? The man who has everything, or something. When Bruce, Jason, and Wonder Woman go up this Superman's Fortress of Solitude, and in the middle of the Arctic, and Jason's like, "How is she not freezing in that outfit?" And he's like, "Think clean thoughts, chum."
Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes. So when I was born, it was Jason 1.0. Which I guess, so did people, I mean, people didn't like Jason 2.0. Do we know much about what people thought about, I mean, back in the day? I think people like him now. Were people okay with the first version of Jason,
They
or
couldn't
like,
have been. They couldn't have been.
I mean, if you weren't like a hardcore Batman reader, you probably thought he was Dick anyway, because he's as a circus acrobat. Because again, they wanted Robin with Batman, but again, Titans was selling so good, they wanted Dick over there. Shut up, love.
Right? Yeah.
No
Well, yeah.
comment.
I guess that was maybe another thing that was kind of interesting is, I mean, none of these issues were bad. I mean, these definitely are not some of the finest. I mean, that Titans issue is good, but it's not like up there. But Yeah, some of the Batman stuff, I was like, it was weak.
And again, you could tell it's like these days. I mean, Dick would be going back and forth between the Titans and the Batman books just to promote everything. Back then it's like, yo, he went to Titans, he was gone for the most part.
Right. Yeah.
All right, now I'm getting afraid. Shall we get to Lilith's picks?
Yes. The youth.
I don't even know. I don't even know her picks.
I like to keep it that way.
All right. What's your month and year, Lilith?
December 1986.
Oh, all right. Oh, so we're only a year apart.
For the following year, yes.
So this is Valar Thunderstar and his Fireflies #1 of 3 from Now Comics.
Oh wow.
This cover is actually by Jerry Ordway. The story is by Jonathan Carr and the art is by John Thompson. So it's about the story of this dude who crash lands on Earth, and he's like this intergalactic rebel and his team of robot friends and a rural woman and a little girl, and they're fighting the sinister forces of an emperor that's hot on their tail. But I'm gonna say, I know I said it was 1 of 3, but only the first issue was actually published because Now Comics.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, so you're just left hanging?
Yep. Dangling like the thing in the back of your throat.
Oh my! Oh, Lord. So they left it on a cliff. Did they leave it on cliffhanger?
Of course, it was
like-
the first issue. Every comic in the
Yeah.
in the 80s. Dun dun dun.
So in like, well, I don't know if I want to say your age, but all these years, and they've never.
I never went to. I
That's
just assumed that they never resolved it. I could be pleasantly surprised because they are like digging up so much nostalgia stuff, like deep in the trenches of nostalgia. Like they are digging a China on the nostalgia train here. So
I wonder if there's rights issues or something.
I wouldn't think so. But
Wow.
like this was like right up my alley. Come on, he's got like these robots. He's an alien. I love my aliens, aka Superman.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I'm surprised like DC didn't try to like get this. When they did the Impact stuff in the early '90s.
they had a lot more on their hands at the time. So I think I was gonna do Batman, but then I remembered that I had a Booster Gold one. So
Oh.
yeah, let me find that one.
I mean, you got 3 choices.
Exactly, but I'm just not feeling Batman anymore.
It's okay. I made up for it. He got his due.
I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Oh my
handled
god, that
dude.
I mean, that is an amazing cover right there.
Yes, exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, yes. I was looking at the Batman cover, and I was looking at this cover, and I'm like, we're gonna do Booster Gold.
That
I
is
mean,
Booster Gold
100%.
11 from the original run.
That is an '80s.
100%. That is
is it?
definitely the right choice.
That is an '80s cover.
It is giving Don Johnson, Miami Vice in all the best ways.
Exactly, yeah.
So
That cover, that is art.
it is. I would love it as a poster, actually, as a big Booster Gold fan, actually. And of course, you know what it is. It's Booster Gold. Dan Jurgens doing Dan Jurgens with a little bit of Mark DiCarlo on the inks, and
Nice.
Jonathan stands on the letters. So
Yeah, Dan Jurgens was on this one.
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, but he went full out with Booster because he created Booster, so it's just.
It's an interesting story, but as you know, we all know the fate of the first series of Booster Gold kind of didn't really get off the ground and kind of ended shortly after this, honestly.
I thought it went to like, didn't it go like 25 or something?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we're halfway there. And
Yeah.
like, this is like where they were coming up with that. They wanted like that female sidekick super suit created.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like the 1,000 hired the villain to fight him, and it's just like a whole bit. Like we're kind of like in the. It was like it kind of. This is where it was kind of getting like convoluted, and they weren't like really focused, like the mystery of who is Booster Gold. Like they were just kind of letting the the they fight for 15 pages kind of thing of it all with Booster Gold kind of hit during like I'd say like 10 through 17. So I still like it, but like I love the mystery of Booster Gold, like when he first shows up and stuff, and like they don't really delve into it after a while, and you're just like, oh man.
Yeah, because even like those first couple issues, like we reviewed, like even the reader doesn't know he's like a time traveler.
Exactly, yeah, and I think that's the most interesting thing about it. And you want to, I'll tell you again, I love what Smallville did. with Booster Gold, it was a perfect jumping on point for a series, but no, damn CW. But yeah, this is actually pretty fun issue. Like all of the Booster Gold issues are fun, but this one is really fun. The cover, I was like, yes, this is the one. I must do this one.
Do you
So
think
it lives. The inside lives up to the promise of that cover.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
good
Booster
to
Gold's
know.
all about fast cars and faster women, baby.
All right, I'm gonna have. You've convinced me. I'm gonna read it in the app.
You should, yeah. Like Booster Gold, just from start to finish, is a really good book. Actually, like that gets bogged down, but like some, like you have to remember sometimes it's for boys of a certain age, and you got to keep their attention. So, like I have to think about the actual like audience that it was intended for. So, but no,
That's
it's
fair.
fun.
Well, luckily you think like a 13-year-old boy, Lil. So.
It's true, exactly. All my comics, all my older comics that I have in floppy form, definitely give the vibes.
I mean,
I'll show you the Batman one that I was gonna pick.
okay, honorable mention. Honorable mention.
Yes.
All right, 86. Let's.
We did. I'm pretty sure we discussed this one. Too,
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it?
Oh, I gotta go in the app.
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
402. Yeah.
Weird. Mine had two Batman on the cover too.
Everybody wants.
Didn't do it.
Everybody wants to be Batman.
This is a weird one though because it's
character.
the art's by Jim Starlin, but the writer is like Max Allan Collins, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't really remember this one that much.
Oh, I remember it.
But I know we covered it. So
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a two-parter too, but yeah. Yeah.
Max Allan
we get
Collins.
the 400s, it gets wacky.
Yeah.
Max Allan Collins is famous for like writing mysteries or something, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
He is, and I think he wrote some Dick Tracy for a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's also the one who he's also the one who came up with Jason Todd 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Because it's what is it, around 407, I think, after Batman Year One. That's when he starts doing
408, 409.
the new origin. Yeah.
408 is the one where Dick gets shot by the Joker, where they start their path from bittersweet to angst fest.
As you do.
Yeah, because this is one of those few handful issues before Batman Year One where like it's after Crisis, but they really don't know what they're doing yet. So it's like, yeah,
anything goes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that guy's the cop who is his wife and daughter were killed, and then he just like goes nuts and starts like executing criminals dressed as Batman.
Look him up. Please admire this. Please admire this Wikipedia picture of Max Allan Collins.
Oh,
what year is that from?
Ultimate.
I don't know, but it really feels like it goes with that booster cover.
That looks like a picture from the 70s of my father-in-law. Jeez.
What was he, a beetle? Get beat back.
Hippie.
Oh yeah, he wrote Road to Perdition.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Which is a great movie, better comic. Honestly.
Yes, that's right.
Spoilers: it was based on a comic.
Is he still around? I was gonna say, would that be an interview?
Yeah, he's still around. He was born in 1948.
Better get on it, Phil. 2005 has not been kind.
2025, you mean?
Oh, what did I say?
You said 2005. You wish it was 2005.
Honestly, I've got my DVD player and my VHS combo, and my CD player and my vinyl records out. I don't need nothing. I just actually canceled my cable. So.
Oh wow.
I finally officially cut the cord because the kids are home, so
I just bought a Blu-ray over the weekend, and Danielle's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I don't trust the apps, man. They'll take stuff
it off in a heartbeat." So yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like, I debated, but I was like, like I said, I'm not in a Batman mood, so.
Yeah, so it's an honorable mention.
Yes, it's a dishonorable mention because he didn't make it.
It was fun. It was wacky.
Yeah, it was wacky, and I'm kind of one of those Batman fans. I want you to respect him, but I also don't want him to be bad guy. Like I feel like it's a fine line between like I want him to be a detective, I want him to be compassionate, and so it's like not that many modern stories that really fit the bill, and then there's also not that many like post-crisis stories. So you have to go way back to pre-crisis where it still gets really wacky sometimes.
I love Batman.
So it's a fine balance. This will surprise you. This is a Marvel pick, and it is Power Pack.
Oh, Power Pack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is this in the middle of the Mutant
Power
Massacre?
Pack 27.
Oh, yeah. Guest starring
Yes,
Wolverine.
sir. Wolverine X Factor, baby. You know it. You
Is that
know
the
it.
Is that the Mutant Massacre?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Franklin Richards, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah, I think I've read this issue maybe once, years and years ago.
Yeah, Exterminators, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's an 80s comic, so of course Wolverine's in there.
Exact. Shirt off. Shirt off, claws out. Gotta catch the reader's attention, you know, on that spinner rack.
And Wolverine and Sabretooth, so.
They couldn't help themselves. They go all out. This is a fun issue. I like, you know, I like Power Pack, Alpha Flight in small doses. Like, I'm not the biggest fan, but like, I'll read it, especially when there's like fun guest stars.
Yes. And again, for people who may not be familiar, 4 siblings with superpowers.
I do love a family. I do love a family of superheroes that are in 4s.
Oh God! Now she's Fast and Furious mention incoming.
Olive Garden and Corona, something.
Oh. Oh, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It kicked me backstage.
Wow.
So yeah, no, those are my picks. Like, just fun picks. Like, you know, nothing too serious. I also had like Richie Rich, one other Richie Rich. There's like Scrooge McDuck. I have a ton of that stuff from when I was a kid because I loved DuckTales. Like, DuckTales was on rerun when I was a kid, so I have a ton of that stuff. And Richie Rich, I absolutely love the cartoon and the movie. Shout out to Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I had a few. I was going back and forth on, like, there was an Avengers issue.
There was some Archie I didn't want to bore you guys with.
See, I have to say I was disappointed in the comics, the month and year. I was
a big range. Just going through my long boxes. I was like, wow.
I mean, the Titan ones was fine, and with the Batman, but nothing. I mean, I shouldn't. There's just so many good things that happened in the 80s in comics, but like none of them were my month.
I was almost going to be like, I couldn't remember I know it was the year, but what month Lilith Dark Knight Returns came out, because that was 86.
Ooh, so close. So close.
And like some really good stuff, important stuff, like Robin debuted in March, but like 1940. So, and like Nightwing debuted the year before I was born. I'm like,
Yeah. Watchmen came out in September of '86, the first one. So.
Wow, yeah.
But then they had like a weird reprint in December for something, and I was just like, oh, I can't count it really. It's a reprint.
Yeah, I was gonna say, besides like those comics, I know it wasn't even my month, but the year I was born, that first Christopher Reeve Superman movie came out.
Are you taking your ibuprofen for your joints every night?
I should. Oh. You know what? HBO was playing like a bunch of the Superman movies back to back on the weekend. Like, I watched some of 4. Wanted to punish myself. And then they played Superman Return.
Hey.
What?
It's not a pun. It's hilarious.
I know. It's better. It's better than 3. Yeah. Nuclear Man.
Gus Gorman can suck it. Sorry, Charlie.
What? They played Superman Returns. I mean, there with Brandon Routh, there was some good stuff in there, but just, I don't know.
He's a deadbeat dad. Like, how could you do this to me?
Deadbeat Superman. Then he
never go full daughter. I thought we learned our lesson.
Then he was spying on Lois and her family and stuff, and
they've never gotten Lois Lane right outside of Terry Hatcher and Margot Kidder. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh my.
That includes Erica. I'll go there, Smallville fans. I'll go there. My Lois Lane does not like white snakes. Sorry to break it to you. Nope.
Badmouth something about your precious Smallville. Oh my.
Oh, there's plenty to badmouth about the love interest. There's plenty.
All right, we got to save that for another.
Yes.
We'll have to have some TV issues. We'll have to save
Yes.
it for later.
All right. So before we go, and I told Justin I would let him know, what do we want to do next time?
I don't know.
Well, let me look at the list, other people's, because I think this was also a Kristen suggestion. So
Yeah.
let's see. I have nothing from Lilith.
Spin the wheel. I'm trying to give everybody else a chance before I just bombard you, man.
Justin said favorite enhanced covers, top 10 inkers, top 10 letterers. Okay, my choices were best hero villain rivalries, best one shot issue, best writers and or story runs, best and worst big events, and like maybe some comparison issue episodes like Red Hood versus Winter Soldier.
Red Hood.
Speaking of Jason,
Jason's got a gun.
as the show becomes like the Jason Todd.
Oh, that's another good one we can actually live watch is Under the Red Hood.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
calling all Supernatural fans. Calling all Supernatural fans.
That is a good one, though. Nightwing's voiced by Neil Patrick Harris.
So random, but love it.
I love the beginning of that movie when the one Hood's explaining to the other crook. Oh yeah, that's Nightwing. He used to be the first Robin, and it's just going on like with knowledge he should not have. He's just like, and now he calls himself Nightwing.
Knows who everybody is. It's just a big game. It's just a big game.
Oh yeah, that's
For all the escaped
let's-
inmates.
Wait, let's do the covers one. But wait, it's not just covers; it's enhanced covers.
yeah, like a
lenticular
foil or
variants.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to think about that.
So basically, it's probably going to be like a lot of '90s stuff.
All
No,
right.
you'd be surprised. They've made a comeback in the mid 2020s.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I do think we should do covers we like in general, but we can start with the enhanced covers. Sure.
Yeah, we'll start with enhanced. Yeah. I'll put that. Yeah, I'll just put favorite covers under your suggestions, so I don't forget. Still nothing from Lilith. Who are you?
I'm gonna let everybody else guide the show, okay?
So Lilith pulling a Ray. She
Pulling a Charlie, I just
You know
what
what
birds show up and look pretty. Like I don't know what to tell you.
You know what I was thinking? For the most controversial storylines, I should see if we can get Ray and Will for that episode.
Oh boy!
So Will can bring up Emerald Twilight.
If he does it, I will.
Oh, he will. It'll be top on his hit list. All right. Let's get out of here. All right, kids. So yes, if you have suggestions that you want to share, you want us to discuss, send them in. You can always there you go. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find us on pretty much any social media. You can help support us by buying merch on TeePublic and Spring. Or again, if you want to take Lilith Hellfire as well, forceful suggestion, and just rain the money on us, go to the Cash App link, Capes and Lunatics. And of course, you can always support us and get extra content on the Patreon. Again, the last few months has been Lilith, Justin, Kristen. If you want to, I don't know if you're interested, but if you want to join us Sunday before the regular episode, we're gonna review the Friday the 13th movies. There is a Friday the 13th this month, so
I'm probably out. I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to do a quick review. Yes, that was Justin's pick, who is not only part of the team but a subscriber. So if you subscribe to the Patreon, yes, you can request topics for us to discuss. So find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. All right, and of course you can always again go on Amazon, because you're all going on Amazon even if you claim you're not. Pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder.
Yeah, I'm just calling everybody.
I call you all out. Yes, Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, you will learn something new about Dick Grayson in this book. I don't care how knowledgeable you are. And as always, when you purchase this book, you do support an educator. So support this educator on her summer vacation. All right, I'll shout out Hootie. Again, if you want more Justin, and who doesn't, yes, find him on the Lost Library of Legends. Right now, him and that Hick Russell are talking The Shadow and Marvel's Sleepwalker from the 90s. So again, you know how much my boys like the 90s, so especially that Justin.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch.
So yes, check out Lost Library of Legends. Been really good right now. And Lil's plug.
Summer suggestions for the Patreon are open.
Yes. Well, that's what I said. Yeah. Suggest something for the Patreon, Ray. And Lilith Hellfire wants nothing to do with you people, so her plug is.
No social media is pretty awesome.
I've been cutting back. So yeah, Lilith says touch grass and stay away from her.
To the podcast, yeah.
Touch grass, but not hers.
Stay off my lawn, you damn kids.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. For another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Yay. Again, Justin should be back next time, and we'll talk some enhanced covers. And I know Lilith is going to make the joke that every Power Girl cover is an enhanced cover.
I'm going to get the one where they finally cut off the boob growth.
Oh,
they finally paid attention.
Lord, I don't know. We'll narrow this down. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to narrow this down. There's so many enhanced covers for the 90s. They were doing them like every 2 months.
I'm sure.
I think I'm going to have to Google it so I know what to look for.
It'll just be volume 1. Don't worry. We'll do it again.